It is Wednesday, May 15th at 6 p.m. and we are calling a special city council meeting. We do have a quorum. Anyone wishing to submit comments prior to the meeting may do so through our e-comments. We have a website that will allow you to do that, and you can utilize the link. E-comments are accepted to these meetings until 5 p.m. prior to the meeting. Microphones are live and they catch all kinds of stuff, so side notes or comments typically will show up on YouTube, so enjoy. We have a quorum, and we're going to go ahead and get started with our invocation, and I have Mayor Pro Tem William Meredith.
Please join me in a moment of silent contemplation. Thank you.
Councilmember Cade, would you lead us in the pledges?
Yes. Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Sorry about that, guys.
That one will get you every once in a while.
I tell you what, I do know the text. I worked in the school system. I do know it.
All right. Item C, canvassing of the May 4th, 2024 general election and bond elections, issuance of certificate of election, and administering the oath of office. Number one, we're going to receive the official total votes cast in the May 4th, 2024 general election to elect at large a mayor and city council member, place 2, and the bond election. Mr. Harris, City Secretary, will you present the numbers?
Thank you, Mayor. In the mayor's race, Alexander Davis received 224 votes. Tiffany Karim, 656 votes. TJ Gilmore, 3,002 votes. Winston Edmondson, 1,323 votes. Total votes cast in the mayor's race, 5,205. In council place number 2, Ansley Stelling, 1,038 votes. William J. Meredith, 1,756 votes. Penny Mallett, 1,988 votes. Total votes cast, 4,782 votes. For the bond election, Proposition A, 4,377 votes in favor, 1,135 votes against. Total votes cast, 5,512 votes. Proposition B, 3,808 votes in favor, 1,689 votes against. Total votes cast, 5,497 votes. Proposition C, 3,827 votes in favor, 1,666 votes against. Total votes cast, 5,903 votes. Proposition D, 4,267 votes in favor, 1,235 votes against. Total votes cast, 5,502 votes. Mayor's race, the winner is TJ Gilmore. Council place number 2, runoff election between William J. Meredith and Penny Mallett. Bond election, Proposition A passed. Proposition B passed. Proposition C passed. Proposition D passed.
All right, we have received the official total votes. We will go ahead and move to a consideration of a resolution canvassing returns and declaring the results of a bond election held in the city of Lewisville, Texas on May the 4th, 2024, and providing an effective date. Council, I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution as set forth in the caption.
Move to approve the resolution as set forth in the caption and as received from the city secretary.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Council, if you'd please vote.
I can't get to the vote.
Need to Get Bob signed in. Just my life that a technical error comes up. That's what I get for being in IT.
Okay, thank you.
And the vote is unanimous, 6-0. Item 3, consideration of a resolution canvassing returns and declaring the results of a general election held in the city of Lewisville, Texas on Saturday, May the 4th, 2024, to elect at large a mayor and city council member, place number 2, and providing an effective date. Council, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Council, please vote. Motion approved unanimously. Item 4, issuance of the certificate of election and administer the oath of office to TJ Gilmore, Mayor, City of Lewisville. I have Municipal Court Judge Brian Holman to administer the oath. Judge, you want me down there? Listen, I don't know what to tell you about this computer stuff. It's not a billable hour right now. That one, Judge, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you ready? Ready when you are.
All right, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, TJ Gilmore,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Mayor of the City of Lewisville, State of Texas,
of Mayor of the City of Lewisville, State of Texas,
and will,
and will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state,
the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state,
and the Charter and ordinances of this city.
and the Charter and ordinances of this city.
And I furthermore solemnly swear
And I furthermore solemnly swear
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
paid, offered, or promised to pay,
contributed, nor promised to contribute
contributed, nor promised to contribute
any money or thing of value,
any money or thing of value,
or promised any public office or employment
or promise any public office or employment
as a reward
as a reward
to secure my appointment,
to secure my appointment.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mayor.
Thanks, Judge.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. Those are awesome. So, really just a few really quick words. I could not do this without the amazing community that supports me. And you can see my family, my friends, co-workers, colleagues. I've even got Mayor West here from Capel. He's such a kind guy to come up here, and he and I had an interesting history. We were both elected to city council the same year for our first term, and we both were elected to mayor the same year for our first term. So we've got a little bit of history there, which is fun. And I absolutely couldn't do this without the amazing staff and, of course, the city council behind me. These are phenomenal leaders, and they do an amazing job. So with that, here's to a pretty cool next 3 years. Thank you all so much. By the way, I think this is the first time all 4 of my family, my boys and my daughter and my wife have all been at one of these swearing-ins. Maybe the first one, city council. But yeah, so make sure the tall, skinny ones, I used to look like that, just not anymore, but I used to. All right. Item D, Visitor Citizens Forum. Speakers must address their comments to the mayor rather than to an individual council member or staff. Speakers should speak clearly and state their name and address prior to beginning their remarks. Speakers will be allowed 5 minutes for testimony. Speakers making personal, impertinent, profane, or slanderous remarks may be removed from the meeting. Unauthorized remarks from the audience, stamping of feet, whistles, yells, clapping, and similar demonstrations will not be permitted. In accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, the City Council is restricted from discussing or taking action on items not listed on the agenda. Action can only be taken at a future meeting. City Secretary, do we have any public comment?
No, sir.
All right, moving on. Item E5, regular hearing. Consideration of an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Lewisville, Texas, ordering a runoff election to be held Saturday, June 15th, 2024, within the city to elect at-large a City Council member place 2 to a full 3-year term, providing for early voting and for notice of a runoff election, providing for other matters relating to the runoff election, providing for a repeal or severability and effective date, and declaring an emergency. Pursuant to no candidate receiving a majority of votes in the May 4th, 2024 general election for City Council member place 2, the City Council will need to call a runoff election to fill this position. The names of the 2 candidates receiving the highest number of votes at the general election were William J. Meredith and Penny Mallett, and their names shall be printed on the ballot and submitted to the qualified voters. The City Secretary recommends the City Council call a runoff election for June 15th, 2024, as provided by the Texas Secretary of State. Texas law requires canvassing of total votes is held between the 3rd and 11th day following the runoff election. The City Secretary further recommends conducting a canvassing of the runoff election during a called special City Council meeting on June 26, 2024, and it's recommended that the City Council approve the ordinance as set forth in the caption above. Council, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the ordinance as set forth in the caption.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. City Attorney?
This is an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Lewisville, Texas, calling a runoff election for June 15, 2024, to elect at-large a City Council member place number 2 to fill to a full 3-year term, providing for early voting and for notice of a runoff election, providing for other matters relating to the runoff election, providing for repeal or severability and an effective date, and declaring an emergency.
Council, if you'd please vote. Motion passes unanimously. As there is no further items to act on with tonight's agenda, we stand adjourned. Folks, I will be heading over to Bent Distilling with my family. You are more than welcome to join us. We'd love to have you.
It's the first official proclamation of mayoral office.
Yeah.